No. Hey, no, you reach in.
Hey, that was a heck of a stop, sir.
I have a gun and I'm armed, I'll let you know. So why did you pull me over?
Your inspection sticker expired
They
last...
know. Call Joe Biden or call George Bush.
Where's your driver's
No,
license?
there's no. I don't have a driving license.
Why not?
Go back, sit in the fucking car and leave.
This man is armed and has just told the cop to go back to their car. This is clearly threatening behavior, but the officer keeps a cool head and tries to de-escalate the situation.
No, sir.
No?
It doesn't work that way.
Okay, so go ahead, do whatever you want to do.
Can I get your name?
No.
No?
No? You're fucking killing me. You fucking people don't get a disability. But, I have kids and I have a lot of fucking bullshit things. So why you fucking treat me this way?
Can I get a supervisor to my location, please?
You fucking dumbass fucking people. You fucking asshole.
Majestic.
I can't even go back to my fucking country because of you fucking people. Every time you me over, every time.
Do you have the registration of the vehicle?
Nothing.
You got nothing?
Nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
And you don't want to give me your name?
Sir, why? Look, hey, I died when I was serving you with you liars, with you people, with American
I served as well, sir.
Yeah, you brought me to this, you people brought me to this goddamn country, and I'm dying every fucking single day, and I have 4 children, and we wholly survive because you're a fuck vicious people.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't get a job, I can't get a disability, and they took my fucking license because I'm not able to pay the insurance. So why are you fucking trying to kill me?
I'm not trying to
No,
kill you,
you
sir.
are. I'm already died. I don't give a damn.
Just armed, refusing to give ID. Don't reach for anything,
No,
dude. Don't buckle that.
I'm telling you, don't reach. I'm telling you, don't reach. I don't
Subject
give a
keeps
damn
reaching.
fuck. I don't give a damn fuck. Don't do anything.
Subject keeps reaching for his weapon.
No, I'm not.
The man, later identified as Jamal Wali, claims he served the U.S. military. Judging by his name and story, he may have worked with American forces in Afghanistan or Iraq. But now he's angry, calling Americans racist and turning that anger toward the cops. It's clear this stop is already heading in a dangerous direction.
No, you reach in.
Sir, I stopped you for a lawful traffic stop.
I don't give a damn fuck. You liar.
I'm not lying.
No, you
It's
lying.
obviously right
You
there.
are no. Today's
So
the
what
day,
I'm-
buddy.
what I'm asking
Today's the
for
day.
you to
Dumbass
identify
liars, white
yourself.
people. You lied for 25 years.
Sorry, Bravo, you drive from that.
You brought me to this country. I served with special forces. I lost my own fucking brother. I lost my everything.
I'm sorry.
I have nothing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, you're sorry to hear that? No. Don't play that bullshit.
So you don't have a registration of the vehicle?
You know what? Listen here. You're American, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, you are American. I give you my fucking, what do you call that? Take it. They took my driving license.
They took it away?
Yeah, for no fucking reason. I have a hard time with court. I'll show you the paperwork. You won't
Okay.
believe what they say. When I call them, bullshit. The system is fucking broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're going through a really rough time.
I should have served with fucking Taliban better than you. I was concerned and a fuck dumbass fuck when I was concerned about Taliban. But in America, since 2014, I'm concerned about more about you people because you lie, because you play games. That's how I'm going deeper.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are my partners here. They're coming up. I don't want you to get rattled, but it's because you were reaching for your weapon.
No, I'm not reading, sir. Hey,
I
sir,
watched you do it.
I don't give a damn fuck. Brings as many people as you can.
Okay.
Go ahead. You're not listening. What I'm telling
am
you,
listening to you.
I have 4 children. Do not reach your gun.
The man is clearly verging on a full breakdown, going as far as to say he wishes he sided with the Taliban. Backup arrives on the scene, but unfortunately, that will only escalate the situation.
Hey,
So-
listen, American. This is take it. Take this with you, okay?
So now you want to give me that?
Hey, don't you reach it.
Two cops were both hit in the arm and were taken to hospital for treatment. Officers attempted to keep Wali alive, but he was pronounced dead shortly after arriving at hospital. Let me know your thoughts on this incident in
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. That is to say, in the Paleo Hebrew, also known as the Lashawan Kodash, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, and that is who the world ignorantly calls God. Bahashim, which means in the name, Yahweh Shai, which means He is our salvation. And that is who the world also ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man, who, by the way, only came for the Israelites. All right. Now, what you saw was a clip from an incident that took place almost a year ago of this nationalist from Afghanistan that was able to come to America by the way of a visa for his involvement in helping America in some of its translations of Afghanistan. All right. He was basically a translator. All right. And they do these type of things where if you help them, they will give you what they call a visa. I forgot the type of visa. I think it's an SIS, where you could come to America and you supposedly are able to get, the same type of benefits as if you were, born here in America. All right. Which is what? Citizenship. All right. But in this case, if I'm not mistaken, he was denied treatment from VA. He couldn't find a job. He couldn't do anything. So he was at his boiling point with his routine traffic stop. He snapped. Okay. He went mad. All right. See, in the nations, which this incident that took place is a microcosm, they've gone mad. The nations are going mad because why? This damn whore, America, is being found out to be nothing but a liar. Okay. They never honor their agreements, their oaths, and it's just time. All right. So this incident took place back in 2025, and this is just a microcosm of how the nations feel. They ready to snap on this whore, America, man. That's why the Lord is putting the spirit on them to get ready to go to war. All right. So this is a little bit about this dude, Jamal Wali. It says Jamal Wali, a 36-year-old Afghan national and former translator, was unalived by Fairfax County Police in April 2025 after pew-pewing and wounding two officers during a traffic stop on Majestic Lane. VA body camera footage, which we saw, shows Wali, who was armed and legally residing in the U.S. since 2014, initiating the pew-pew fight. See? So he was able to come over here under that certain visa and obtain citizenship. But what good is citizenship if you can't get none of the benefits? Okay? It says Wali, a father of four, alerted officers he was armed, set up a camera, and subsequently opened fire, striking two officers with one projectile. Okay? So you got to ask yourself, what type of man is in his right mind and willing to lose it all, having a family, over an incident such as a traffic stop? There had to be more going on, man. All right? The lies of America, okay? The lies of America are catching up with them, all right? And it's only a matter of time, you see? For the nations are going to what? Reward her, as it says in Revelation 18:6, reward her, double her, even as she has done to you. All right? So this place is on pins and needles, man. All right? It's on his last leg, okay? It says, outcome, a third officer returned fire, unaliving Wali at the scene. Background, reports indicate he previously worked with U.S. military forces in Afghanistan. So you have to ask yourself, if the U.S. will barely take care of their own vets here in their own country, which they stole, how much more are they going to go to your country or your land and actually take care of you and make good on their promises that they tell you that they're going to give you? See? And these cases, although few in number, they're not rare, okay? Because they even did a movie on an incident just like this, okay? So the nations are going mad. Point blank period. The nations have gone mad, all right? They've received the lies of America long enough. Now they getting ready to stand up and fight for themselves. Okay, this is why Iran is no longer looking to trade in the petrodollar, but a new form of currency. See, this is why the nations are ready to go to war. It says context. Police Chief Kevin Davis suggests the incident appeared to be a premeditated attempt to unalive officers. So the nations are mad, man. All right. The nations are mad. Okay. They've been lied to. All right. They see that this place ain't what it's cracked up to be. All right. So now they getting ready to do what? Wage war. All right. That's what we in the midst of. We in the midst of rumors of war. All right. Because this thing that's going on right now in Iran, where a barrel of oil is, reaching $100+, it could escalate to 200. Some even projecting 300. All right. And if and when that happens, guess what? It's going to be all out civil unrest here on the shores of America. Okay. So let's get a couple of precepts. This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. It reads, Babylon, which is another name for America, have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand. What did it do? That made all the earth drunken. Right, because of why? It's different philosophies, it's ideologies, democracy, Christianity, false promises. Okay? It breaks its oaths. All right? So these nations have gone mad. It says that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. They've bought into the different philosophies, the different ideologies, all right, for the longest, all right? And now they're at their boiling point, they're at their breakdown, all right, where, hey, that traffic stop, hey, it was more to just being pulled over and not wanting to, hand over your driving license. It's the compound interest of just being here. And as he said, he can't even go back to his home country. Damn. He stated, I can't even go back to my home country. I wish I would have joined the Taliban. See? So you already know what time it is, man. All right? These damn nations, they tired. They tired of America. They fed up with America, man. So now the Lord is going to use them to judge this whore. All right? All those that have the capability to bend the bow. Which is what? Thermonuclear capability. All right? It says the nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. See? They're mad up top and they're mad physically. Okay? So they're ready to judge this whore. All right? And as it says in Revelation 18 and 6, double unto her. Let's just read that. Because she's going to get it twice. Revelation 18:6. Reward her, even as she rewarded you. And double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her, double. So America's going to get it twice as bad, man. Once shit starts to break down here in America, it's over with, man. You Americans are going to feel the squeeze twice as much. Gas prices are going to go out of the roof. Food prices are going to go out of the roof. Jobs are going to be none and void. It's just going to be nothing but great misery, okay? No more mirth in the land, all right? No more mirth in Babylon. The tabrets are going to cease. The songs are going to cease. It's going to be how are we going to make ends meet? How are we going to find out where to get our next meal? Where are we going to sleep and lay our head down? What is our safety, our security? You ain't going to have none, all right? Then they're going to allow sleeper cells to start, waking up, all right? So it's just so much torment and, what does it say? Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double her according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. All right. It says how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously so much torment and sorrow give her. So this is what's coming. Torment and sorrow. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen. See, this is the typical mindset of the average American. Here it is, this guy's telling him that he served in Afghanistan, and the cop is saying, well, I served too in the military. See? They don't care about your plight. You know, you hear the typical Edomite look at it as, if you here in our country, adapt to our ways. Not realizing that you stole this land from the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans. Gag. All right? See? And this is why the Lord got to humble you, because you're too damn proud, man. You're too damn proud. So it says, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and she shall see no sorrow. So that's the mindset of the typical, average, everyday Edomite, man. Because why? They under that same ideology and democracy as well. But see, this is their kingdom, their rulership. So they supposed to have that proud spirit that we the best. We the best, as DJ Khaled say. See, but America Yahweh gonna break America from that spirit, man. It's gonna take that spirit right out of Babylon the Great. Soon too. All right, because he's getting ready to judge this whore. As it says, when you jump up to Revelation 2, it says, and he cried with a mighty strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and it is become the habitation of the devil, and hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations, Jeremiah 51:7, have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornications with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundancy of her delicacy. See? So all these nations, they have made, hands over fists off of, exploiting America in some way, shape, or form. But now it's gotten to the point where it's time to abandon this whore, man. Because, once you get your fix, your kick, as a Joe, you don't need a trick anymore, man. She's only good for that brief moment, all right? Once you get your fix or your trick, you get rid of her, man. You don't stick around and have pillow talk with her. You don't stick around and see how she feeling, man. You get your feel, you pay for your service, and you get on about your way. You don't sit here and try to catch feelings and get emotional with a trick. Nah. So these nations, they've woken up. They said, hey, man, we through. We see the writing on the wall. Your petrodollar is getting ready to go out of style. It's finna get ready to be a new world order. It's time for us to abandon ship. So it says, for all nations have drunken of the wine of her wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Because at one point in time, she was a fruitful nation. All right, particularly because she was given the delicacies and the riches on the backs of the Israelites, all right? Free labor, cheap labor, all right? But now that we woken up, it has put a monkey wrench in her plans, and this is why the elites are moving fast to push this new world order, this beast system, this up-and-coming mark of the beast system, quicker and faster than they thought. They said they wanted to get it by 2030, Agenda 2030, but they got to move and what's the word I'm looking for? They have to move and fast line this thing a lot sooner than they thought. So it says, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. See? And that you receive not of her plagues. Why? For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. See? So this is why she's going to be tormented and have so much sorrows, because her sins have reached to the Most High, up into the heavens, man. And now these nations, the Most High is putting the spirit on them to get ready to go to war with this whore. All right? So if she can't do right in her own prospective territory home, what make you think she's gonna come to your neck of the woods and give you anything worth actually keeping? She's gonna do nothing but give you what? Empty promises. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 in verse 5. It says, yea, also, because he, Esau, transgressive by wine. See, his different philosophies. This is what the nations have drunken and gotten mad. All right, they woken up. That hangover has, started to, subside, and now they're mad, man. They seen they've been played. They seen that the damn petrodollar ain't worth nothing. They see that the economy is tainting. All right, they looking for a new way to get out of this, okay? And this whole Iran/state of Israel proxy war is looking like it's the perfect scenario, all right? Like was stated in a previous video, Iran is now traded in Chinese yuan, all right? They're not looking no more to trade in the petrodollar, which is going to have a major impact on the world economy. All right, Albaratazar, this thing continue to escalate and spiral out of control. So it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man. These are all characteristics and traits of an Edomite. Proud, never thinking that he could be taken down. But see, the Lord put the spirit on him just like he put the spirit on Pharaoh to harden his heart. All right, well, guess what? The Lord is putting the spirit on Esau to harden his heart to make him more proud. All right, so that these nations could see him for truly who he is. All right, and America is a mirror being put to the face to show you just how proud these Edomites are, because America is the proudest Edomite. All right, you can't tell them that this ain't the greatest nation on what they call God's green earth. Okay, no, it's the wickedest nation on God's green earth. Okay, and his name isn't God, his name is Yahweh, and he gave this earth to the hand of the wicked for a period of time. So it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. So he don't even do right by his own vets. What make you think he gonna come over to your country, give you a visa and allow you to come over here, set up shop, start a family, and honor or acknowledge his agreement upon you? Hey, that's why the nation's going mad, man. They see what type of person they dealing with. They see what type of nation they dealing with. All right? One that doesn't honor their agreement. All right? One that puts stipulations upon their oaths and agreements. All right? And then they dare you to challenge them, because why? They have the strongest military on earth. Okay? See? But now it says, let the weak say that I am strong. Hey, these other nations have now been able to at least step up to the bat. All right? And they feel as if they got enough to rival America, even at the cost of going to war. So that's where we at. We on the brink of going to war, but we're not going to go to the stage of war where the missiles come until they do what? Implement the mark of the beast, the microchip first. So it says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. See? He can't be satisfied, man. That's why he continuously to sell you these pipe dreams, okay? Gives you a damn visa, man. And all of a sudden, that's supposed to make up for the fucking hundreds of years that he done came to your land, stole your resources, put his name on it. No, he got to be taken out of power. So it says, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. See? So he's went to Cuba, he's went to Venezuela, now he's in Iran, he's been to Libya, he's been to Iraq. He has a track record. All right, he has a track record. Okay, that's just within the recent 100 years or so. Well, you can go back hundreds of years. All right, this damn devil has been going over and conquering other lands and taking their resources. Really, you can go back to Alexander the Great, man. Under the Persian Mede, you know, after they fell, the Greeks came into place, you know. That's really when he started coming in and taking over shit. All right. And then he got put down for a season. Then he came back during the Renaissance era. And ever since then, he's just been, you know, perpetuating lies throughout the earth, man. That's why these nations are going mad. Okay. So the nations are going mad. They ready to, you know, really put this damn whore down, man. All right. And America is a mirror of this damn whore. All right. These Edomites. All right. So they're going to take, the Lord is going to put the spirit on them to rise up, and all that have the capability to bend the bow, nuclear capability, they're going to aim it at this place, America, and they're going to destroy it. All right. And then Yahushua is going to finish it off. Okay. Make no mistake about it. All right. Yahushua is going to finish off, because why? Yahushua is going to take all these other nations into captivity, slavery. So it says, neither keepeth at home who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations. See, you have to see the narrative, man. The Lord is putting these nations in roundabout. That's gonna come what? Come and destroy this place. All right, all those with capabilities, because even America's own allies, NATO and EU, are going to turn on him, or turn on her, the whore. Pursuant to Revelation 17, the 10 horns. It says, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. See? So America's on his last legs, man. All right? Esau is on his last legs, okay? Because once America's taken out, that's it. Ain't no more Edomite hegemony rulership, all right? This is going to be the grand finale of Esau going out once America gets taken down. Once Babylon the Great is fallen, Esau is out of power, man. All right, you Russians, you Americans, you know, you name it. Esau, the so-called white man, that's it. You're the last heathen to rule, man. And then after you get taken out of power, as it says, 2 Ezra 6:9, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The Israelites are going to have predominance, all right? We're going to have eternal life. This is going to be a kingdom ruled for eternity under our Lord and Savior, Yahushua, okay? So this is where we at with it. The nations have gone mad. So let's go ahead and close out 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant. See, if you're still thinking that this is a God-fearing country and that this is the best place on land, or the best place on earth, and that it can't be touched, you're going to be sadly mistaken once you see what's coming, all right? See, that's why we warning you and giving you the heads up, man. Shit's finna really start to, you know, materialize. You finna start to see the results of all this wickedness shortly, okay? Shortly, Lord willing, this year, all right? This year, all right? Because this year commemorates America's 250th year of being wicked, all right? It's been wicked ever since its inception, back in July 4th, 1776, all right? So now this marks the 250th year, which also, you know, is how long an empire lasts before it falls. So we can see the unraveling of America by the end of this year, Lord willing, Abaratasa. So it says, be sober, be vigilant, all right? So, hey, get prepared, be prepared, all right? Because America's falling, all right? And it's getting ready to get taken down shortly. So it says, be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right. See, if you still believing that this place is going to be healed and that it can be revived, then you ain't sober and you damn sure ain't vigilant. So you're going to believe anything that it tell you. All right. You're going to see for what it is shortly. All right. That this place has never been a what you call, quote unquote, God-fearing country. All right. So we're going to end on that note. With that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We're almost home. Shalom. Peace.